Mythics, how are we all? Yes, it's another Wednesday. It's 7 p.m. Slightly late, sorry about that. UK time. My name is Ken Boyter, and I am your host. I am your storyteller. I am your dungeon master. That's right, we are coming live from the Edra Tales dungeon. With me is a drunk Grocklesnook. He is drunkenly famous from the Bottled Imp YouTube channel. So if you like your fantasy, board game reviews, book reviews and film reviews, go over to the Bottled Imp. Check out, we've got over 450 episodes to binge. You don't have to binge, you just watch them when you want. Or, if that's not enough, you can go over to the Edra Tales YouTube channel, not the Twitch channel, which is what you're watching, because all these live streams get exported. They migrate over to the Edra Tales YouTube channel. So if you do miss any episodes, then you can check them out there. Plus, on a Saturday morning, 10 a.m. UK time, there or thereabouts, you can join me for the Edra Tales Ramblings of a Storyteller, if I can get that right. And that is a weekly show that talks about creativity. We talk about your creative projects, we talk about my creative projects, we talk about fantasy, and of course, it wouldn't be a live stream if we don't ramble onto other topics. Hello there, Steve. Good evening. Welcome, welcome, welcome. You are the first. There can be only one. How are you? Are you coping with the weather, with the hot weather? So where I am, it has rained. Praise the Lord, and it cooled everything down. However, it is now starting to get a bit hotter in the dungeon. So, you know, there's not many windows. There's only small windows that have obviously got bars on. So they don't open. They don't open. And then, of course, the dungeon door has just got a small slit. So it's very hot down here. Oh, Lee Rin, hello, good evening. Is it evening? I think it's good morning for you, though, isn't it? Good morning for you. Is that why you've got, like, the little funny emoji face? How are you, sir? Hopefully you're doing well as well. We are here to play part 3, as you probably know, of Portal of Chaos by Simon Tudhope, illustrated by Tom Knight, published by Osborne or Usborne. I always call them Osborne, but that isn't how you pronounce them. It's Usborne. I don't know how you pronounce them, but anyway, it's that logo there. They are a very branded, very well-known, famous UK publisher. So there we go. Living has put here, it's 2:06 in the morning. Oh, bless your cottons. It's a glorious 24 degrees Celsius, says Steve, which I'm happy with. Yes, the last couple of days it's been 30 odd, hasn't it? It's been in the 30s, which is on the tad hot side of things. Hopefully there'll be more people joining us as well, but you know, it only takes one person to play this. It does only take one person. I'm more than happy to do a live stream to one person, although we have two fine fettle gentlemen in the chat this evening. Would I ever do a live stream if no one was watching, as in this game book live stream? Because obviously it all relies on you choosing how the story unfolds. That's how it works. You put in the comments when I give you a decision, you vote which way you want to go, and then the majority wins the day. Yeah, I'd probably just play it on my own, just to keep the continuity going, I guess. It wouldn't be as fun, but, you know, these game books are designed to be played solo anyway. So, you know, sue me. What are you going to do? Hopefully other people will join us, but, you know, I don't blame them. If it's a hot evening, they might be out at the Barbie, having a barbecue. Waiting for Jam, the Duke of Puns. Yeah, exactly. Where is Jam? Well, where's Jam? Where's Jonathan Green? Where's Sally? Where's Martha? Where's Spelsing? Where's... Oh, I know that Glenn can't make it tonight. Where's Lord Zods? Where's Julian? Where's... Oh, I'm going to get into trouble now if I forget anyone. Where's Snow Queen? Where's Dave? Where's... Elostria? Yeah? Hopefully they're doing okay. But you know what? I can't delay it any longer. I'm going to crack open my Thatcher's Gold cider, Somerset cider, made on Myrtle Farm. Lovely. 440 millilitres, so not quite a pint. It's about 118 millilitres short of a pint. It is 4.8 cider percentage. Perfect timing. I got the notification just as I ended my French lesson. Oh, bonjour. How was it? How was your French lesson? D'accord. There we go. There's a lot of head on this one. I was trying to pour it by the side of the glass to cut down on the headage. How many lessons have you been doing? You've been going a while. And are you learning French for a particular reason? Look at that. That is... I was going to say, that's 118 millilitres of head. Keep it clean. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Just know, Julian, you can leave. Hello there, Julian. Welcome. Thatcher Cave, good. Hello, hello. We have missed you, Julian. Hopefully everything's well with you and yours. Are you surviving the heat? Do you get sun in Edinburgh? Is it just miserable and rainy and cloudy all the time? Take that back, take that back. I remember doing the Edinburgh Fringe. Last time I was in Edinburgh was the Edinburgh Fringe, and that was 2018. 2018, I did the Edinburgh Fringe, as in I performed in the Edinburgh Fringe, and I remember it being very sunny. That's held in the month of August. Steve put, I started to impress a young French femme. But that didn't work out, but I carried on anyway. So that's normally why men do things. Anything. You name something, there's a reason, because they want to impress a woman. It's normally the reason. Julian's better. We had a lovely week last week, and it had poured for the last 3 days now. Oh, but that's good though. That's good. It rained today in the south, and very welcome. Julian's, but I'm okay, but busy and deciding whether to get on with your stuff or stay here for your stuff. Oh, well, that's up to you. I don't mind. Obviously, it'd be good if you could stay. My parents are in Glasgow visiting my sister, and I was jealous of the 17th century. Oh, yeah, 17 degrees out there. Thing is, though, people go, oh, it's never sunny in England. It's never sunny. It is. It's sunny every year. Every year it's sunny. We had to buy a new fan for the house. Ooh. Yeah, I got a new fan. I got a new fan for the dungeon. And look at this. It's one of the upright ones. It's got a remote control. Got a remote control. How fancy is that? It's 3 speeds. It's got oscillation. It's got a timer. I don't know how to work that though. Lirin has put it. The Kurgan's hilarious chicken diving sequence down the streets of New York in Highlander always picks me up when I'm feeling blue. Oh, bless. Clancy Brown's evil laugh is infectiously delightful. That's what we like to hear. There can be only one. Because the landlord has somebody... Oh, because the landlord has somebody come to paint the windows and the doors now. Oh, you know, you can't open any of them. What? They painted them shut by mistake? Ah. Hi, I'm Candy. I'm sure you are. So there we are. Normally we get more people. We've actually been on a bit of a roll, I must say. The last, I don't know, 5, 6, maybe even 7 weeks, maybe even 8 weeks. 8 live streams. We've had anywhere from sort of, it's normally 12 to 14 people watching. And talking of people watching, Lord Zods has graced us. Hello, Lord Zods. How are you, sir? Hope everything's well with you. Hopefully you're not too hot. I'm on the cider. Anybody else drinking? Yeah, it's been a good amount of people. Yeah, it has been. So Julian, obviously, as you know, has a live stream every Thursdays. I just know for us up here, it's the school holidays now. Oh, is it? Might explain stuff. Fantastic. We'll enjoy the school holidays. In terms of the summer holidays, no. Oh, it probably is actually. When do you go back though? Do you go back earlier than England? We'll be starting back streaming as of next week. So hurrah. Okay, I was just about to say. So next Thursday evening, around about 9:30, if you go to Babel_17, there's some more gamebook goodness. What gamebook are you live streaming at the moment? Let us know. Leerin's put here, Sean Connery's My Cut has improved your voice. Is the all-time best one, ironically, not from a James Bond film. I know, not from a James Bond film. Exactly. Just barely surviving the heat, says Lord Zods. Got that beer ready as usual. Nicely done, sir. Scottish schools will be back mid to late August. Yeah, it's about... Yes, I was going to say, so it's roughly the same amount of time. It's just done at a different time scale, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that is fantastic. Oh. Do you remember summer holidays when you're a kid seem to last for weeks? Oh yeah, that's because they were. No, but it just seemed like it lasted half the year. It was like, oh. And because you haven't really got much responsibility, it's just amazing. I'm hoping to get Jason sat down and we can go through the Highlander movies. Yeah, nice. I have only seen... How many are there? 3, aren't there? There are 3 of them? I've only seen the first one. I know. And I saw the first one years ago, like maybe when it came out or very close to when it came out. I'm hoping to do John's Tide of Innsmouth. Oh, lovely. Yes, that's on my list as well. My nieces moved from England to Scotland and only got 2 weeks of summer holidays. Oh no, that is an epic fail as a parent. Your uncle or auntie? No, they just got 2 weeks. Ouch. God, I'd be a bit upset about that. So yeah, so next Thursday then, Julian Babel_17 will be playing through, I should say, Tides of Innsmouth, which is one of Jonathan Green's latest ones. Putting the Isle of Torment on the back burner for now, as it's been a week since we played it. Oh, I see. So John, then Grim Dickinson by Joseph, and then restart Isle. There we go. So, and just on a personal note, how far through playtesting are you? Oh, of my Devilish Devils, To Kill a Thief. Because I've been back at it. I've been back doing my illustrations. I have done 14 illustrations now. Here they all are. All the lino cuts. Steve has put here, I've played Tides of Innsmouth but only got the bad ending so far. Oh, okay, that's fair enough. I need to give you a wee ring later if okay. Yes, please do. Please do. Yeah. Sounds serious. Ken, I can't playtest this punch of rubbish. It's a terrible game, but what the hell were you thinking? Can I have a refund? The answer's no, Julie. Leon has put, Highlander 1 is the only live action entry worth watching. Highlander Vengeance, American funded, written but Japanese directed, animated. Oh, I see. I thought they did 3 live action films. I don't know where I got that from. Is a majestic and worthy sequel made in 2008. Oh, I see. So there was 3 live action, but then they did some animation one. Playtesting is technically done. It's proofing now. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that's very kind of you to proof it. Would you like to see another illustration? Because I've done 4 in the last 4 days. So I've literally had time to do 4 in the last 4 days. Would you like to see another illustration from Devilish Dilemmas? Oh, you caught up on the stream last night? Well, that's very kind of you. Yes, please, yes. Okay. I'll let you decide. What would you like to see? I'll give you a choice of 2. Would you like to see a gnome? Or would you like to see a blacksmith? What would you like to see? A gnome or blacksmith? You decide. It's the whole point of the game, the whole point of the show. You decide. What would you like? What would you like? Oh, Steve's gone blacksmith. Blacksmith, says Lirin. Okay. Right. Okay, you ready? So remember, these are lino cuts. Then I'm going to ink them up. Then I'm going to put some paper on them, or the other way around actually. And then I'm going to put them through the mangle, take off the paper. Then I'm going to scan back the print, and then that'll be in the book. I only want to see the blacksmith. Is she like Laura Fraser in A Knight's Tale? Unfortunately, I didn't go down the route of a female blacksmith. But it is a bit of a buff blacksmith. I always picture blacksmith, I mean male or female, to be, you know, they've got to be strong, haven't they? Upper arm strength. Here we go then. This is the blacksmith. There he is. There he is. He's pretty buff. He's pretty buff. Look at that. Look at that. Yeah. Oh, it's not the spoiler blacksmith at the spoilers. Yeah. I think it is, yes. As far as I can remember, I've only got one. Oh, well, there's 2 blacksmiths. Yeah, what? So one is to do with religion, and the other one is to do with the backstory, if that makes sense to you, Julian. The backstory of the object. So this is the backstory one. Is that Zeus? Well, it has that sort of connotation. That's a perfect illustration of me. That exactly. Well, I did scour your Facebook, Lord's odds, to see if I could get any action shots of you. That sounded all wrong. The statue, kind of. It's the other one. It's the other one. Yes, that blacksmith. Yes, that blacksmith. Yeah. So there we go. So I'm quite happy with that, and I'm learning more and more about lino cuts as I'm doing these. So that's really cool. So when I was thinking, well, what background should I do? I just thought, you know what? Because of the context, I don't really want to spoil where it happens in the book, but if you know, you know. I thought this background, where it's just sort of light shining down, is good enough. It doesn't have to be a realistic background. So I was, you know, I'm getting into a bit more understanding the medium of lino cut a little bit better, and dramatic images. So there we go. Thank you very much for indulging me. Trying to give colour without spoilers. Yeah, exactly. Oh, says Lirin, oh my, he resembles Andre the Jolly Smith from the Dark Souls trilogy. Okay. I've not played that. Yeah, I do want to play Dark Souls. It's meant to be really difficult. Although I've just downloaded GTA 5. I think we had this conversation last time. Love it. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you very much. I do feel like I'm really improving. Like, I look back at some of the early illustrations that I did and went, they're a bit simple. I like them, but they're a bit simple. So you'll probably be able to tell my earlier efforts from my later efforts. But hey, they've got character. I think every single one of them's got a bit of character to it. And I think the nice thing about it is that they're going to be a cohesive style, and I think that's, for me, that's important in a game book. So there we go. So, should we crack on then? Oh, by the way, just finished. I don't know if slightly off topic. Just finished Lovejoy. Just finished the 4th Lovejoy book. It's not as good as the first 3, but I still enjoyed it nonetheless. Very dark. It's dark Lovejoy. It's like after dark Lovejoy. Lordy, well done. Shadow of Colossus on PS4, PS5 is fantastic. You fight giant colossi. Worth a playthrough. Oh, it sounds cool. Sounds cool. And then the next, yeah, that does. The thing is, though, I'd love to play more video games. I just have not got the time anymore. You know, I was just thinking about, we were talking about the summer holidays earlier. When I was a kid, ZX Spectrum pretty much every day. Yes, please. Murder on Mount Blanc is the latest novel that I am reading now. She's a friend of mine, Kate Miller, and I did do the illustration and the graphic design for this book. So there we go. There we go. So I'm indulging. I'm actually reading the book that I designed the cover for. Don't always do that. I do like your cover for that. Yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, people. Kate has said to me that that she's had very good feedback for the cover, so that's good, and she really likes it. So that's the main thing. But yeah, yeah, I'm happy with that. I think it's got that because it's set in the 1930s. It's got the colours of the 1930s. I purposely looked at early skiing posters for the Alps and Mont Blanc and all of that, and the early sort of travel skiing posters as well. The train services started to do, go skiing via the train, that kind of thing. And so I kind of, took inspiration from that. So there we go. Cool. Anyway, so Glockle Snook, are you going to join us or are you going to be permanently drunk? He's permanently drunk. Talking of that, cheers. Shadow of a Colossus. Okay, so this is part 3. Let me write down part 3 on my little chart. My list of entries. So we are playing Portal of Chaos. And we are cyber. We've got upgrades. We are human, but we're part robot, I think. From what I remember. And we're a bounty hunter. And we have been tasked by one of our clients, a rich client, to track down Omen Rose. That is who we're after. And you guys chose to land on Earth and specifically to go to London to see if we can pick up on any leads that we may have. Ulf. Oh, hang on. Oh, we've got a co-pilot called Ulf. Brother was investigated report. Oh, our brother, I think, was an investigative reporter. Omen Rose, who we're after, for Veronica Dyer. Oh yeah, so Veronica Dyer is our client, and we've got a lead. We're trying to track down Murgle the Fool, who we believe is in London, and also Madame Delphi, the fortune teller. Oh, here we go. So Julian's put it here. We are a cyber-enhanced bounty hunter. There you go. And nothing like IG-88 from Star Wars. No, absolutely not. It's very difficult to, if you're writing fantasy, if you're writing sci-fi, to not get comparisons to other bigger, IPs. It's very difficult to do that. If you're doing sort of broad sci-fi or broad fantasy. So, 150 was our last entry. Let me just read the previous one. Oh no, 100. Well, yeah. Let's just read the previous one. 328, just so we've got some context. Oh no, it's quite a lot of text. So what's happening? Good afternoon, he says, stopping in front of you. Didn't you read the sign? Oh, that's right. Yeah, we've crossed into a bit of a dodgy area. He taps the wall with the umbrella. Oh, we went underground, I think. There are words painted in red. You try to keep focus. Keep out. Trespassers will be brollied. That's right. There's some men in bowler hats with brollies. We really ought to put the sign nearer the entrance, he says with a sigh, as your arms buckle beneath you. Still, rules is rules, because we had our gas mask stolen, and he gasses us, and we would have been able to survive it. You feel yourself being hoisted from the ground, and then nothing more. So we did lose a life point, and we have 9 of those now. We started out with 12. We have 4 strength, we have 4 skill, we have 4 sixth sense, and we have 5 speed. But you can't outrun gas. Hello there, Sally. Talking of gas. No, I'm going to move on. So, sorry about that, Sally. Hello, Sally. Don't pick on Sally. Where's Martha to defend you? So we've been knocked unconscious. We've been hoisted up. Your brother is leaning over you, poking you in the ribs. Oh, okay. I think this is a bit of a flashback. It's early morning, and you want to go back to sleep. He's trying to tell you something, but for some reason you can't understand what he's saying. A strip of sunlight falls across his face, glinting off his glasses as he always wore. Why couldn't he just get his eyes fixed like a normal person? That's a bit much. He'd spent months finding someone to make those. You feel that familiar sense of irritation and envy. Why did he always have to be different? The heroic reporter picking fights he had no chance of winning. You tell him to leave you alone. They never found his killer. But he made so many enemies, they are probably queuing up. So our brother is a reporter, but he's dead. I forgot about that bit. They never found his killer, but his enemies were probably queuing up. What did he expect? You try to push him away when a final sharp jab jolts you awake. Aha, there we go. That's better. There's a young man standing over you wearing a bowler hat. He's poking you in the ribs with an umbrella. Okay, I see, yeah. So when you're unconscious, you're sort of having a bit of a dream, bit of a flashback. Come on, sleepy cyber. Rise and You grab the umbrella and hold it fast. There's a burst of laughter from somewhere nearby as you struggle to your feet. Your head is pounding. What a way to treat our guest, Roach. You'll give the Brolly boys a bad name. It's a woman's voice, playful and imperious, and you turn to see her lounging on a silver throne. She's wearing a long black dress, and her face is painted like a mask. White skin, a dark diamond over each eye, and a red grin that stretches too wide. She claps her hands sharply and calls for water. Nothing more and never more. Nothing, yeah. Roach hurries over to a fountain and returns with a cup. Grudgingly, he hands it across, and his eyes flash angrily as you toast his health. You're in a vast hall of polished black rock. There are narrow slits of lights on the far wall, and burning braziers that fill the room with a sharp, greasy smell. The flames flicker as cold draft slips down through the dark spaces where the ceiling has fallen in. It looks like they've dragged you up into the Imperial Palace. Well, soldier, state your name and occupation, she drawls. You turn your back to the throne. 2 guards stand on either side, resting their hands on their handles of their umbrellas. Coda Santes, you reply, bounty hunter. Ah, and who are you a bounty hunting? Not me, I hope. There's a murmur of laughter around the hall, and Roach ties your wrists behind your back. So this is your first decision of the night. What would you like to do then? Would you like to say that you're looking for Murgle the Fool? Type Fool. If you want to make a name up, type Make Up. If you decide to say you can't reveal your target, but it's not her, type Not Her. What would you like to do then? Would you like to say Murgle the Fool? Type Fool. Make a name up, type Make Up, or say it's not her. What would you like to do? We've got one for Fool, we've got one for Not Her. Sally's gone for Fool. So in this situation, is it wise to be honest? But you never know. She might know Murgle the Fool. She might actually be employing Murgle the Fool. And that she's not going to give him up. Or maybe Murgle the Fool is an enemy of hers and she'll be glad to help you. Dilemmas, dilemmas. So we got Fool, not her. 2 for Fool. She may claim the bounty. That's true. Not her. So it's 2 apiece. It's 2 apiece. Lord Zods has weighed in with not her. Which, maybe we need to do the decide. Oh, and Jonathan has joined us. Good evening, sir. It's not the first time Sir adopted for a Fool, is it? Right, you can just leave, Jonathan. You're coming in here, giving it all that, giving it all the big I am. And then you... You are true, though. You are cheerio. Yeah, my work here is done. You're true. Yeah, you are right, then. 50-50, it's the die side. It's the die sides. Sally, don't encourage him. Do not encourage the man. She's never gonna give him up. Bit like Rich Ackley. Ask her what she would do if she were told her looking for the Fool. That's Ken chucking us both out for opening statements. Yeah, coming in big and brash. Clown makeup, umbrellas, manners. Ooh. She's so Clockwork Orange thug. Yeah, it's got that bit of a vibe to it, isn't it? Members of an exclusive club. Yeah, it's not a club you want to be in, though. It's not the cool kids. You might think you're cool because you don't like school. Too cool for school. Okay, which dice would you like? Because it looks like, unless Jonathan's going to vote, but it does look like the dice are going to decide. Do you want to, if you're going to vote, Jonathan... Vote for, would you like to say that you're looking for Murgle the Fool, a type Fool? Oh, Jonathan he did hear that. So Fool, he's voting for Fool. Fool it is then, with the heads up the back of the bus. Exactly. Eating Edam cheese and wagon wheels. Some dice, please. Okay, well, we don't need the dice just yet, because I was going to let the die decide. But because Jonathan did vote, it looks like we are going Murgle the Fool. So we're going to be honest with her. Is that a good policy? It might be, because she might already know. And she might just be seeing how honest we are. Let's find out then, 259. She leans forward when you mention Murgle's name and beckons you closer. Murgle. She studies you in silence, but it's impossible to read her thoughts behind the painted mask. Then you may go. There's a cry of disappointment from Roach, quickly stifled, and a silence descends the hall. She points to a long manicured finger. She points a long manicured finger as he stammers an apology. I thought we was going to have a little fun. That's all. Just a few friendly jabs to remember us by. She keeps her finger in the air. And just in case you didn't know what that meant. And what use would our guest be to us then? Her voice is soft and dangerous. If Coda here wants to take a shot at Murgle, then I won't stand in the way. Roach bows low, and she settles herself back on her throne. One piece of advice, though, Coda, she says. If you want to get close to Murgle, be nice to his ravens. Oh, we better put that down. So, be nice to Murgle's ravens. So there you go. So this time, being honest was the right thing to do. Horror show, my droog. Drogue. Has anyone actually read A Clockwork Orange? Because it's quite tricky. Because it's written... It's like Train Spotting as well. It's all sort of written not in pure English, so it's sort of got slang in there as well. It's quite tricky. In fact, the first time... Have I seen Clockwork Orange twice? I think I have. The first time I actually had to go to France to see it because it was still banned in the UK. But they were showing it in France. So when I was doing film studies, the tutor organised at college organised a trip over to France to see it. She's Eartha Kitt as Catwoman. Oh, what a fine performance. What a fine, fine performance. But also, not only did we get that nugget of information, we've added 1 upgrade point. So, what would you like to upgrade? And don't say the host, because all of you will be banned then. Not in full English, much like Katie Price's book. Oh, bless. Bless. Okay, so we have strength 4, we've got skill 4, we've got sixth sense 4, speed 5. Type which one you would like us to upgrade: strength, skill, sixth sense, or speed. And your collective wishes will be coming true, or just one of them. Time to get fragrance. Edgar Allan Poe to impress those blackbirds. yeah, exactly. Or Rick and Morty. I know they weren't ravens. It was Rick and 2 crows. Has anyone seen that episode? Very good. Oh, that's nice cider. So we got 1 for speed. I knew you'd do this. I knew you'd all pick different ones. Speed, strength, skill. What do you want up? Whoa, Lord Zod's turning the tables. What? I'm like the BBC. I'm meant to be impartial. So we've got 2 for skill and 2 for speed. I normally like to try and upgrade evenly. So at the moment we've got 5 speed. Yeah, flip at a table. So if I was to choose, I guess we are entering in. We're going to go. Well, we are in dangerous territory, so strength might be worth upgrading. An all-rounder, exactly. I'm like Beefy Botham. I'd go with strength. Oh, there you go, Lord Zod. Isn't that 4 at the moment? Yeah, so strength 4, skill 4, sixth sense 4, speed 5. Thought I might. And Lee's here as well. Thought I might be in transit, but here now. Good stuff. You can help add. Oh, and also Danu as well. Good evening, good evening, good evening. I keep trying for strength, but everyone else votes others. Well, I tell you what then. 1 for strength. I'm going to go strength then. That's 2 for strength. Then we've got 2 for skill and 2 for speed. So, does anyone else want to vote? Lee has gone for strength. There you go. To modify a song title by Megan Trinia. I'm all about that speed. Yeah. Isn't that the one about the bass? Is that? I didn't know who it was by. Well, I think Lee's just tipped the balance here. Let's go for strength then. To be honest, they're all good, aren't they? They're all good. So we've got 5 strength, 5 speed, 4 skill, 4 sixth sense. I'm looking forward to seeing Megan 2.0. Oh, that's to Steve, is it? There you go. It's all about the bass. No treble. There's no treble allowed. I do feel sorry for the treble, though. It doesn't get a lot of love. 287, here we go. 287. 2 brolly boys, not bathroom boys. 2 brolly boys lead you down a flight of steps into a passage with damp, whitewashed walls. Pipes run above your head and the air is stifling. By the way, Lord Zods, did you do a live stream this afternoon? Because I couldn't make it, but if you did, you could put the link in the chat if anybody wants to see their live stream they did today. Strong to the finish because we eats our spinach. This way, the first one says, and you follow him into a network of tunnels and dark cellars. Finally, you come to a sign that points to Brolly Boy Lane. Really leaned into this brolly thing. The lead guard opens a rusty door, and the other cuts the cord around you and around your wrists and pushes you through. There you go, Santez. Get lost. The door slams shut and you find yourself back in the underpass. There's daylight, faint but unmistakable, and steps at the far end. You walk towards them, your boots loud on the cracked stone. The air is cool and a raven claws as you climb into the light. It's perched on a lamppost and watches you with interest. Ah, the old ravens. Then, with a parting cry, it takes off and flies towards the ancient walls of the Tower of London. You're there at last. Right, so it looks like Murgle knows we're on our way because of that raven. Popeye the Slayer Man. Oh, Popeye the Cyberman. He got an upgrade. Well, he does upgrade when he has his spinach, doesn't he? That film looks mad. What, Popeye the Sailor Man? Good choice, John. Megan 2 is cheeky, fun tribute to the plot of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Oh, okay. There's general smell of urine. Yes. That's just in here, Lee. It's just here. The tower stands on the far side of the river, and the bridge across is just a stone's throw downstream. But your eyes narrow. The bridge is raised. It's a strange structure that splits in the middle, with two sandy-coloured clock towers rising from the water at either end. Surely there's a way to lower it. You access your memory implant. The original bridge was destroyed over 1,000 years ago, and its towers were rebuilt in the image of a long-lost clock tower called Big Ben. Although the tower actually isn't called Big Ben, the clock isn't called Big Ben, isn't it? So that is factually incorrect. I can't remember what it's called, but it's not that. The bells fall silent after the breach, but the bridge still works. That's good news. The bad news is that it's raised and lowered via a control unit on the far side. You reach the foot of the bridge and walk up to the gatehouse. The window is veiled by cobwebs, and you can't see clearly inside. You tap the grass. Oh, there you go. It's the Queen Elizabeth Tower. See? Knowledge. Well, you had the knowledge, I had half a fact. That's what they call me. The bell is Big Ben. Oh, I see. The tower is currently called the Elizabeth Tower. Even better knowledge. I was typing the same time as Steve. Oh, there you go. So so what? So maybe he's got it right. Let's have a look. I take it back. Oh no, the image of the long lost clock tower called Big Ben. That needs fact checking. Sell it to some Americans. Yeah, they'll buy anything. Oh my God, there are 3 Popeye the Slayer Man films this year. Popeye the Slayer Man, Popeye's Revenge, and Shiver Me Timbers. Oh really? It's a bit of fan fiction then. So yeah, so it should be the Elizabeth Tower. But the thing is, though, he probably knew that, Simon, the author, and he probably thought no one's really going to know what the Elizabeth Tower is. But then I guess you could put the Elizabeth Tower that housed Big Ben clock. A bit clunky. Could maybe reword it. Anyway, we're getting bogged down in the nitty-gritty detail. You reach for the foot of the bridge and walk up to the gatehouse. The window is veiled by cobwebs. Oh, we've read that bit already. You tap the glass. There's a long pause. Then, to your surprise, a panel slides open. A head turns in the darkness, and a black beak opens. Trinkets! Trinkets to cross! There's a burst of static and the sound of muffled laughter. Bending down, you peer at the hunched figure in the booth. The beak hangs open, bigger than any bird's, and you see a speaker at the back of its throat. That's bizarre. Metal talons extend jerkily through the window, and the voice crackles again over the radio. Trinkets to cross! The clock tower is the most Ron Seal of names. Yeah, exactly. It does what it says on the tin. It's a ramshackle robot in a manky black cloak. You stare into its black eyes. They're probably cameras, operated from the control room on the other side of the river. The talons open and close expectantly. That's really cool. Ready to grasp their prize. So what would you like to do? Would you like to pay this mechanical gatekeeper? Type pay. Or if you decide not to, type no. None of your shenanigans. We don't want to embark in your crazy fool's errand. I don't know what I'm saying. Typical crow, want something shiny. Exactly. Pay, pay, pay. We've got two pay. Two pay. At the moment, two for pay. What trinkets have we got, though? We've got a head torch. That's the only item that I know we've actually got. Okay, I sit corrected. No mention of Steve at all. Deaf clock tower until 2012. Oh, I see. It was the clock tower until 2012. Well, and then it became the Elizabeth Tower. I've opened a big can of worms that maybe the Raven would like. Pay, pay, pay. We're going to go pay. We're paying. We're paying the price. I just want to see what it does. I'm hoping that it will say you have some old trinkets rattling around your pocket. Because at the moment we actually haven't got any. It's sort of one of those things where it's not told us we have provisions, but at one point it said you sit down and eat one of your provisions, add 4 points. So I'm assuming it will do that if it needs to. Be nice to the Ravens after all. Yes, exactly. That is very good advice, Lyrian. That's what the advice we're given. Yes, to mark Queen Liz's second 60th Jubilee. Oh, not her second 60th. She's 120. Jeez. And the Olympics, I think. Oh, I see. John is, of course, correct. And a fountain of knowledge. He certainly is. Him and his good mate, Wiki. Lee's put, I mean, we probably made that up. Yeah, we had the torch. Nevermore. Nevermore. Actually, I think I just to mark the Diamond Jubilee. Oh, Jonathan's kicking back again. He's never happy, is he? Until all the facts are out there. Right then. To Diamond Jubilee. What's Diamond? Is that 50 years? Too true. I set them up and Wiki kicks them into the back of the nets. Back of the nets. Jurassic Park. Arabella and Mortimer. Nevermore. By the way, says Lirin, have they finished renovating Big Ben yet? On our side of the fourth wall. 2019 when it last went and it was still covered in scaffolds. Yes, I believe they have, but I'm sure Jonathan would know more. I think they have, because someone else, when they came... Was it you? Yeah, no, it was you last time, wasn't it, Lirin? You said that it was in scaffolding. I think it is. I think it is. Okay, we have decided to pay, or you've decided to pay. If you have 6th Sense level 5 or higher. Oh no, we haven't. We could have upgraded. We've only got 4. That is a shame. We're going to have to turn to 59 though. We're going to have to turn to 59. I might sneak over to that entry to see what's going on. Shall I cheat? Oh, okay, right, so we are going to 59. I don't live in London anymore, I haven't been for a while. Exactly, Jonathan got out of the rat race years ago. Scaffold taken down in April 2022. There you go, Julian, the font of all knowledge. Or should I say the clock tower of all knowledge? Or the Elizabeth Tower? Who knows? Anyway... Choose one item and delete it from your logbook. The metal talons close. Okay, so, well, we've only got one item, which is the head torch. Do we want to give that over? I guess we've got no choice. It didn't say we start with anything in particular. So we do have to get rid of the head torch, I'm afraid. I've got a feeling we probably don't need that anymore. Google is your friend. Leaper, we used to do London Bridge details at the place I worked. Oh, okay, nice. The Queen opened the new one in 1974. They sold the old one to Arizona. No, I thought that was an urban myth. That's an urban myth, isn't it? Or did they actually fly it over to Arizona? I'm off to London 3 times next week. Thankfully, only live 22 minutes away. There you go. I don't know if you're going to go to the clock tower, to the Elizabeth Tower or not. It's true. Then it is true. The purchaser thought they were buying the Tower Bridge. Yes, that's it. I knew there was some sort of kerfuffle going on. Lando's joking that I had no choice. I had no choice. Okay, so we've handed over the head torch. The metal talons close over your item and draw it back into the booth. Only when the panel slams shut do you hear the shrieks of laughter from inside. You hammer on the window, but it's stronger than it looks, and you summon your claws with a growl. You're about to strike it when you see the reflection glaring at you from the glass. No, you're here to find Murgle, not fight a mechanical bird. If he leads you to Omen Rose, you'll never have to set foot in this ghost town again. So it was a trick. It was a trick. They must be pretty desperate, though, to sit there all day just in the hope that someone wants to try and cross the bridge and then just rob them. I imagine it happens on a quite a regular basis. What, the people just get scammed. But then someone else tried to scam somebody into buying Tower Bridge. Yeah, I thought there was that. Yeah. I mean, it's like selling bits of the moon, or a patch, one lot, you know, like 1 yard of a lordship or something. I don't know what I'm talking about. Got to watch the scammers. Got to watch out for the scammers. You walk away after we've just been scammed. There must be a boat nearby that can take you across. Scanning the riverbank, you see a raven flying over the water, cawing loudly. Cawing? I don't know how you pronounce that either. Indeed. Yeah, that's the advantage of Reading. Or reading? It's capitalised, Reading. It's heading your way and swoops so low you feel the draft of its wings. The window of the booth opens as the bird lands on the roof, and then the voice crackles urgently from the speaker. Stop! His lofty highness will grant you an audience. There's none of the croaking or muffled laughter this time. Instead, the bridge starts to lower. You wait by the great gatehouse and wonder why the sudden change. It makes you uneasy. There's a group of guards waiting on the other side, and as you walk towards them, you try contacting Ulf. There's a long silence, and you slow your pace. What's happened to her? Then the channel opens, and you hear a loud music in the background. So kind of you to take my call, you say. The music gets even louder, but you tell her to listen, and there must be something in your voice because she turns down the music. You say you're meeting Murgle, and as one of the guards steps forwards, you tell her to be ready. I might need a lift, you murmur. Turn to 280. So this is it. We're going to get in to see Murgle, hopefully. He sounds like he's a sort of, like a gang leader, like a warlord. But it's called Murgle the Fool. Wonder why he's got that name. Julius, but I'm sure it's one of those regularly touted to private billionaires who think they can buy anything. Yes, absolutely. But they can't buy happiness. They can buy friends, though, can't they? And chocolate, lots of chocolate. They can buy a chocolate drink, buy a lot of drink. Yeah, maybe you can buy happiness. Yeah, there you go. So you can buy happiness. Hooray! The guard is wearing a cloak of black feathers and reaches just below his knees. He has pale, baggy leggings and no shoes, and a necklace on his bare chest, strung with the shiny scraps of metal and glass beads. Fine wine and chocolate cake. What more do you need in life? cheese, and meaty tubes. Money can't buy you happiness, but it does bring you more pleasant form of misery. Was that Spike Milligan? Yes. It takes away a lot of worries, potential worries, you know, because if you just knew you didn't have to worry about affording things, paying your bills, you know, it just takes away all of that. But yeah, you still have problems. But I would rather be rich than poor. Post-apocalyptic boss, hopefully as fun as can be as Tina Turner in Mad Max 3. Another film I've not seen, Lee Rin. Although I do remember the advertising for it, so yes, I can imagine she was very campy. He comes to a halt. This is the guard. He comes to a halt and lifts his arms. The cloak hangs like two black wings. Coda Santes, you were expected, Mr. Bond. The guards behind raise a harsh cry. Caw! 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 They all dressed in the same as him. And do you remember their name? The what? The bird brains. Oh yes, the bird brains. One of them crouches down and stretches a long dark hand towards you. Her nails are shaped like talons, and she's reaching for your blaster, eyeing it like a trinket. But the leader tells her you're an honoured guest. She shrieks back, and they escort you to the tower with a strange high-stepping march. You see more of them looking down from the crumbling walls, hunched shapes against the evening sky. The tower is a relic from a forgotten world, a castle damaged and rebuilt so many times there can't be an original stone left. But you doubt it's ever had occupants like the bird brains. They lead you through the outer walls and into a great hall of the central keep. A fire burns in the hearth, and ravens caw from the rafters. Beneath them, bird brains are sorting through huge piles of scavenged loot. Weapons, jewellery, fuel cells, parts of spaceships, and a precious family heirlooms. And a head torch, probably by now. One of them fumbles a star globe, and the ravens shriek angrily as it rolls towards you. So what would you like to do? Would you like to stop the antique globe, or would you choose to let it roll past? Type stop if you want to stop it, or roll if you want it just to roll past. You decide what you want to do. Meaty tubes, Tim, cropped up into certain picnic I read yesterday. Cropped up. It certainly did. No spoilers though. Yes, I thought I'd throw that in. You can buy VIP Taylor Swift era tour tickets. Henceforth, one can indeed buy happiness. That is fair enough. So Steve would stop. Steve wants to stop this antique globe. Stop it. Stop it, everybody. Just stop it. Cheers. Oh, I might have to get another cider. This might be a two-cider session. Woo. Stop, 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 stop. Sally would like to stop. Please stop. Is this a comment on my game book skills? Okay, so it looks like we do want to stop the antique globe. They probably don't want it rolling off and getting smashed, so you're probably doing them a favour. Stop it. Stop right now. Thank you very much. I need somebody with the human touch. Is that Sam Fox? Sam Fox. Sam Fox. Lord Zods would also like to stop as well. The globe bounces down the pile and rolls across the floor into your arms. Oh my god, it's huge. It's a crystal ball, black as night, and the stars inside will twinkle. The bird brain who dropped it runs up, red in the face. She's a little more than a girl. Her dark eyes flick from you to the globe, but she hops back when you hold it out. Then her face brightens. She points to her necklace and offers it with a hesitant "Car." It's threaded with scrap metal that's been polished to a sheen. You nod and make the exchange. Add necklace to your logbook. Look at that. It's like that. We have a necklace then. Okay. Necklace. Do I need to put anything else into it? Scrap metal. I'm going to put scrap metal next to that, just in case it's important. No, that's touch me, touch me. I want to feel your body. Your body. No, your heart beats next to mine. That's probably as good as Sam Fox sung it as well. Oh, it's a bit harsh. It's a bit harsh. That is a bit harsh. Right, so there we go. Turn to 213. Sam Fox. I do remember playing Sam Fox strip poker on the ZX Spectrum. Oh boy, did I play that for hours. I got pretty good at poker, I must admit. 213. That's what I did during the school summer holidays. 213. So after this, you know I'm going to go onto the PC, get a ZX Spectrum emulator and download Sam Fox's Strip Poker. Yes, in this study there was a globe and also a massive world map on the wall. Wasn't there a puzzle in the last Arkham Horror book involving an old globe? Oh, I see. Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. Lee put, quite amusing that she was a lesbian author. I know. I think that's great. I think that's great. Why not? Give it a go. 213. Ah, yes, waiting for 3 mins as the screenshot of her mildly unclenched shoulder appeared. Those were the days, my friend. You wind through the piles of loot to a spiral staircase at the back of the hall. Here the guard stops and says you must go up to the next floor alone. The steps are steep and dark, but a small window lets in the last of the evening light. You glance out and see a bolt of frozen lightning in the sky. No, it's just a crack in the dome caught by the setting sun. But it makes you think of Ulf out in the forest waiting with your ship. Will she get to you in time if you need a quick escape? A guard announces your arrival on the next floor. He's standing in front of a heavy wooden door, and there's a long pause before you hear a voice from within, soft and tense. Well, let them in. Brother Bird, let them in. The door shudders on its hinges, and warm light spills out. The guard stands to attention and gives you 2 sharp claws, your signal to enter. I've lost my place. Clearing your throat, you walk into the chamber beyond. It's smaller than the hall downstairs, but twice the height. The vaulted ceiling is painted blue with glimmers of golden stars, and in the arches beneath, ravens roost on stone columns that are sculpted to look like trees. There's a throne at the far end, and benches filled with bird brains. But it's a man on the throne you're here to see, the man with pale skin and black eyes. You wait for a signal to approach, but he leans forward and stares at you in silence. A green jewel hangs from his neck, catching the light as it gently swings. At last, he leans back. Do you know what they call me, Coda? So, what would you like to say? Do you want to say Murgle the Fool? Type Murgle the Fool or Fool. Or, if you want to say nothing, put nothing. What would you like to do? Since haggis are meaty tubes too, shall we call ourselves the Edra Haggis? It's our post-apocalyptic gang name. The Edra Haggai. Was there? I don't remember. I wish moths had to ask permission for entering a house like Dracula. Exact, especially on these summer nights when they leave my windows open. I know. Or flies, and you're just lying down to sleep, and then you just get a buzz like, it's like, go fly over there. Fool of a took. It's what they call him. That is true, but does he like that name? Does he like that's what other people call him? Maybe does he call himself that? Have to go, says Sally. Good luck to everybody. Don't die. Sound advice from Sally. Thank you for dropping in. Do appreciate it. So we've got 2 for fool, 2 for being honest. Right, I'll be back in a second. Just going to get a cider. Literally, be about 30 seconds. I pity the fool. I pity the fool. Oh. Fool. Okay, so it looks like we do want to say Lord Zods is the 3rd vote. Maybe we should conquer England like William aka William the Conqueror, and change his name. Yeah. Well, it's normally the victor, isn't it, that writes history. Best not to insult our holes, adhere to sacred hospitality, and say nothing. Oh, okay, so it's 3-1. 3 that we are going to say fool. Well, that's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking. But we've gone for fool. Again, is it a good decision to be honest? It worked last time. We don't quite know if this gang leader or king of the bird brains is a bit unstable or not. A sharp shock buckles your knees, and you look up to see a guard standing over you. There's a staff in her hands, and its tip a metal beak sparks. Hang on. That doesn't feel like it runs, does it? Although it kind of does, because if we got it wrong, then yeah, we might get punished. No, it was right. Let's read that again. Top level marketing and rebranding from William. Yeah, absolutely. Well, it's like Shakespeare, because apparently, was it Richard III didn't have a hunchback, and he wasn't like that, you know. But the Queen at the time wanted to besmirch his reputation, so you know, bit of an earthquake. Let's read that again. A sharp shock buckles your knees, and you look up to see a guard standing over you. There's a staff in her hands, and at its tip a metal beak sparks. Okay. That was just a nip, she says as you struggle to your feet. You won't like the bite. Deduct 1 life point and 1 upgrade point. No. So we are on 8 life points now. We've got to deduct an upgrade. What upgrade would you like to deduct? Strength, skill, or speed? I don't think we can do that with Sixth Sense, because I think we actually added 1 over our value, because I've circled it. So, would you like to deduct strength, which is 5, skill, which is 4, or speed, which is 5? A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Richard III had sclerosis. Oh, okay, a sideways curvature of the spine. There you go. It was Henry the 7th who beat Henry the 8th at the Battle of Bosworth. you just know stuff, don't you? Who besmirched his character, although it's still possible he killed the prince in the tower. Yeah, that's all a bit up in the air, isn't it, about what happened with the princes. I see. So he did actually have a curvature, but I sort of have heard that Richard III, was a nicer person than Shakespeare makes him out. Hopefully that's right. Okay, what would you like then? Strength. So Julian's hard-fought strength, only to be losing it. And then buried Richard III under the car park. Like an episode of Brookside. Exactly. Thought, I know. How else can we humiliate Richard III? Stick him under the car park. Nobody could park there on that spot, though. Just the white lines. They did bury him within the white lines, though, which I thought was very considerate. Yes, there's a lot of nonsense in Shakespeare's research. Yeah, that's what I thought. That was my general half-facts knowledge again. Curve-spined and all. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So, it looks like Lee Rin is the only one that's going to vote for which one we're going to get rid of. It was formerly the patio of the castle. Oh, was it? Yeah, I thought it was Ye Tesco. Stamina. Don't mess about with me. I'm going to be sparking up my second cider. Then you'll feel the lash of my tongue. That was wrong. Right, okay, no one else has voted, so we're going to take a strength away, Julian. Down to 4 strength. Oh, so we shouldn't have been honest. Yeah, shouldn't have been honest. He probably didn't want to hear that. Well, it could have been. He might have been wearing that as a badge. Spark of his beak. What is that? Is that I don't understand that. Is that what a beak... Is that a spark? What? I don't get that. Gosh darn it, it's a heck and back PG version. I know. It's tough. Oh, hang on. 109. We're going to 109. A raven flies down and lands on the arm of the throne. He strokes it gently. They call me Murgle Night Eye, he says, because I see things that other humans can't. Hidden things. So maybe I need to upgrade that to Murgle Night Eye. Yeah, if you got a cool name like that, you wouldn't want to be called Murgle the Fool. Under the patio must have been buried by a retriever. A relative of Fred West, says Steve. I don't know, says Lee. The guards have Raven-themed tasers. Oh, is that what it is? Yeah, I couldn't quite get round my head what it was. Nah, that would have been in the walls or under the floorboards. It was patio in Brookside. Beth Jordash buried her father there. Didn't also in EastEnders, didn't they bury Dirty Den in the cellar, under the concrete, under the cellar? Soft claws float from the archways above, and Day's smile spreads slowly over his face. They accept me as one of their own. He tails off, and you realise he's talking about the birds. That's their name for him. A bell sounds in the distance. But what do they call you, They told me that too. You feel the eyes of the room upon you, the ravens, the bird brains, and Murgle's own pale and unblinking. Then the raven on the throne opens its beak. Colder! It cries. Colder! The call is taken up from the ashes. The call is taken up from the arches until every bird is shrieking your name. Murgle raises his hands, and the cries die down. They call you by your name, he says softly. They knew it before I did. You are important to them. You hold his stare and he touches the green jewel that hangs around his neck. Murgle the Tool. You're thinking of an episode of Tales of the Unexpected, like the one where the woman killed the husband with a frozen leg of lamb, and then the police, fed it to the police to investigate. Yes. And in that episode, it's actually Brian Blessed who is the lead investigator. I know. I don't think it's Inspector Gordon, but Gordon's a lie. But yeah, it's Brian Blessed in that one. Murgle the Tool. No, I'm sure they buried Dirty Den, didn't they? They buried somebody in the cellar. I'm sure they did. I wasn't watching at that point, but... Okay, so it looks like the birds are on our side. You hold his stare and he touches the green jewel that hangs around his neck. Why, you ask? What's so important about me? Because you are needed by the one they serve, Omen Rose. The shriek comes from all around, from every raven in the chamber. They swoop so low that the bird brains cover their heads, and Murgle waits for them to settle with a strange, triumphant smile. Yes, and he has something for you, Coda. He unclasps, excuse me, he unclasps the green jewel from his necklace. The guard brings it across, and up close you see fine markings, almost invisible to the eye. It's the crystal data core from a spaceship, a record of everything the ship ever did, and who was on board. What a gift! Add data core to your logbook. So data core. That's pretty cool. So we have another choice though. Then if you want to ask Murgle how he found it, type found. Or if you want to ask where to find Omen Rose, type Omen or Rose. What do you want to do? Do you want to ask him where he found it, or do you want to ask where Omen Rose is? Tough decisions. What? Gordon's alive? Not the dead husband. Yeah, exactly. Yes, tells an unexpected word by Roald Dahl. Absolutely. A leg of lamb. A leg of lamb. A leg of lamb. Yeah, they were short stories. They were a collection of a number of short stories over several books, I believe. Jonathan may know more than me on that. But yeah, I remember just watching, and the opening credits. And also, in the first series, there is a very young Piers Brosnan in one episode who plays a jogger. And he's got one line, and then he jogs on. So there you go. Found. So where did he find the data core? There you go. What's that? YouTube Gordon's alive? No. What link is that one, Julian? I haven't read the stories, nor have I seen the TV series. Oh, Jonathan. They are really good. Really good twists, obviously. Tales of the Unexpected. Jog off, Bronson. Primus profaning whilst sticking his hand in the ice-cold water. Yes. Oh, I see. Yes. I've seen that. It is very, very amusing. I think we read Lamb to the Slaughter as well as the Speckled Band, Sherlock Holmes in English class. Oh, fantastic, Steve. That's brilliant. Yeah, tells it. The other one, no, I don't want to spoil the story because they're really cool short stories that got really cool twists. So I don't want to spoil them, but that interested me in writing short stories. I didn't read all of them. I read a few of them. I must have read one volume of the collection, but I'm sure there was more than one book. Have not seen the live action version, but I love the line, "The clue was right under our noses," from Lamb to the Slaughter. Yes. Yeah, the episode's really good. And it's always, I think, within the last minute or so, 2 minutes, that's when the twist comes and you go, and then it cuts to the end credits. Anyway, anybody voting or not? We're just getting sidetracked by found. It looks like we're going found then. Yeah, found. How did you find the data core? Come on, Murgle, the Night Eye. Yeah, because we don't quite know what happened with the breach, do we? There's a playlist of YouTube of 100... Oh, I see. Wow, they've got them all on YouTube. There you go. YouTube. Oh, I might have to just start from the beginning. I do have Series 1 on Series 1 on DVD, and I was going to buy all the DVDs and watch all the series. But now, if they're on YouTube, woohoo, happy days. We salvaged that little trinket from a ship that was forced to make an unscheduled stop, he murmurs. Apparently, it flew into a lightning bolt. Most unfortunate. You raise your eyebrows with a smile flickers across his lips. You ask why Omen wants you to have it. That was not revealed to me, he says. It's a gift from Omen to you. Ooh, this sparks a bit more curiosity, doesn't it? Why would Omen be giving us Oh, I think I've worked it out. It's data core. It's recorded everything that happened on the ship or on a ship. Must be tied back to the intro story. And so maybe things aren't as they seem. Maybe things aren't as Veronica Dyer has told us. So maybe he wants us to look at it, and then we will discover a bit more of the truth. And maybe Omen Rose is more innocent than we maybe have been led to believe. A good era for that. Brian Clement's thriller Nigel Neal Beasts. Oh, I haven't heard of that. That sounds great. Yeah, there's honestly, we're very lucky in this country. I mean, obviously, lots of countries make great telly, but you know, it's been some cracking episodes over the years, hasn't there? Black Box flashes back. Yeah, exactly. Not waiting to lose your chance. You ask if you could thank Omen in person for his gift, but Murgle sighs and looks up at the ceiling at the constellations painting gold. He's out there somewhere, Coda, waiting. One day he will come. His eyes shine strangely. You don't believe me, perhaps. You think this is all the ravings of a madman. But I have been granted a glimpse. He stops, and you see he is gripping the arms of the throne. His voice starts to rise. We live among the ruins, Coda. The breach was a plague that revealed what we have become. Beasts ruled by greed and hate, slaves to the dark forces within us all. Ravings of a raven. He swallows and stares. My own dear mother told me how the spores tore her ancestors apart, how they were infected one by one, dragged from their homes, raving and snarling, banished to the wastelands and never seen again. He bows his head and his voice drops, but this is not the end. A smile spread slowly across his face. He showed me a comet in the sky, Coda. But it was not what it seemed, this comet. It was an army from the heavens, approaching like a cleansing fire. Yes, I see your doubt, but soon you will know. His words ring now in the silent chamber. Because Omen has passed judgment on our world, he will lead his army down upon us, and a new life will rise from the ashes. We must welcome the deliverance. My flock is ready to join him at the end of days, and you, Coda, his mad eyes gleam. You will light his way. The bird brains on the benches turn as one. Their eager cries fill the chamber, and you back away as they chant your name. But suddenly you hear a new note rising, harsh and urgent. You tilt your head. It's the ravens. They're calling to you, warning you of something. Turn over to see the chamber. Oh, we have our first illustration. Look carefully and see, and if you can work out where the ravens are directing your attention to, turn to that number you find. So, it is this one here. So, if you go to the Edra Tales, Facebook group, go to the tab Media, go to the album Game Books, and then go to the Portal of Chaos folder, and then go to this illustration. You should see where the ravens want us to turn, which number it is. So, if someone could do that, or if you all want to do that. Oh, so Bite the Hand is the prequel, etc. Bite the Hand. Bite the Hand? What's Bite the Hand? Where's that from? It's the prequel to what? That sounds like a Game of Thrones title. Where is it pointing to? They're all looking at us, all the bird brains. So hopefully we can get the Grim Dickinson, I think. OAC. Oh yes, Bite the Hand. I think that's right, yeah. So is anyone looking at the image? Anyone looking at the image, or is it just me? Turn over to see the chamber. Look carefully, and if you can work out where the ravens are directing your attention, turn to the number you find. It's the 1 of 4 in that collection you have. Yes. It was the... Oh, what was it called? It was a collection of 4 stories, wasn't it? Yeah. Where is it? Sorry. So this is it. If you go to the Edra Tales Facebook group, then you go to media, then you go to the folder, and then you find that image. Go to the folder that says game books, then go to the Portal of Chaos folder, and then you should find it. At least 3 ravens are looking at chair 50. Yeah, so go to Edra Tales Facebook group, go to the media tab, then go to photos, and then go to game books, then go to Portal of Chaos, then go to that one there with the ravens. Steve has put 50. Leewin also says 3 of them are looking at 50. Oh, Steve has very kindly put the link up, of course. I'm so old-fashioned. So old-fashioned. Yes. There you go. Click on the link. It should take you to this picture or that album. Where's 50 then? Let's have a look. Oh, okay. How can you tell? Oh no, that's 80. Where's 50? It's a very dark image. Oh, 50, right, there it is. Oh, I see, yeah. It kind of does look like that, doesn't it? Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Jonathan says 50. There's lots of them looking at 50. Yeah, that's Jonathan again. It's probably easier for us to add the link to the chart, to the chat, to be fair. Yes. Yeah, I don't know how you do that. I'm not technically minded. But thank you for putting the link in there. So, 50. Should we go for 50? Looks like 2 or 3 of you have said 50. It does to me look like 50 as well. Yes. Time slows as you look from raven to raven, each with its beak pointing down at the ground. No, not the ground, the benches. A bird-brain sitting in seat 50. Her hand is in her cloak, drawing something out. The handle of a blaster. "Forgive me, Coda," she cries, leaping to her feet. The chamber lights up as she looks down in surprise. The feathers of her cloak are smoking. "Oh, you were too quick for her. You got your shot away first." But as she crumbles to the floor, her last words ripple through the silent chamber. "I don't want the world to burn." Add 1 upgrade point. 1 upgrade point. I think it's only fair that we add it back to the strength, don't you? It's probably easier for us. Oh yes, I've read that comment. So she tried to kill us. We shot first. We did shoot first. I know. I just feel it's a bit of a cheat, like changing that. He clearly shoots first in the original. So, you know, Han Solo. So what, you know? Oh, but he's a scoundrel, you know. I think that's part of his character. Sixth Sense. Oh, okay. So people might disagree then. So Lirin. So which one should we upgrade? Strength we're on 4, skill we're on 4, Sixth Sense we're on 4, speed on 5. Vote now then. Lirin would like 6 cents. What did I miss? Sorry, I had to step away and oversee a shopping list. So, we... Strength, yeah, exactly. We did gain back 1 upgrade point, which we are now voting on. Lirin wants 6 cents. Julian wants strength. Lord Zod's wants strength. So basically, we had to look at the image. So our first image that we looked at. I'll show you the image. So we were looking at the ravens, and the ravens were all looking at one particular chair. So you've got the bird brains, you've got the throne, we've got Murgle there, and the birds were warning us that something was happening on chair 50, and it was one of the bird brains. She tried to assassinate us with a blaster, but as Lee quite rightly put, we shot first. And her dying words were, "I don't want the world to burn." So she's obviously against Omen Rose, because we were told that Omen Rose is going to come with a fleet to liberate London and the Earth. We need all the clues we can get. Oh, first proper picture clue. I know, exactly. So it looks like we are going to go back to strength. Too late, love. I don't want to set. Oh, who's that? What's that? That's a female singer, isn't it? Is that Transvision Vamp? Is it Transvision Vamp? Might be wrong on that. So we're going to go back up to 5 strength then. 5 strength. 5 strength. It's not Transvision Vamp, is it? And turn to 101. As used in Fallout. Yeah, I did play Fallout, and I did enjoy it, because it is very similar to Skyrim, that they use the same engine and all of that. But I didn't enjoy it as much as Skyrim, and that's purely down to the theming. I mean, I did enjoy it. If Skyrim didn't exist and it was just Fallout, I'd definitely enjoy Fallout. But I didn't carry on with Fallout. No, it's a sort of 1920s crooner. Oh, is it? I probably would recognise it. The bird brains are on their feet. She's right, someone shouts, pointing at Murgle. He'll get us all killed. Traitor, roars another, trying to grab the bird brain's arm. Murgle stands on his throne and holds up his hands. Brother birds, please. But feathers are starting to fly. 2 bird brains leap for the blaster, and a loose shot hits the third before they're dragged to the floor. Guards rush past, brandishing staffs. Yes, exactly, you were right, Lee. That spark and crackle, and you hear angry cries as you turn towards the door. They've left it unguarded. Now's your chance. Keeping low, you make the passageway and head up to the stairs. Ulf, you shout, taking the steps at 2 at a time. Where's that lift I ordered? They're cracking up. What? They're cracking up down there. You tell her you'll be on the roof, and as the light from the passage fades, you slow for a moment and listen. There's no sound of pursuit, just the cries from below. Your head torch lights the spiral steps. We've got a head torch again. And finally you climb into the cool night air. The roof is wide and empty. Blue moonlight waves on the river, and a raven is perched on the battlements. Suddenly it cocks its head. 2 iron bolts flash from south of the river, and you see a ship racing for the air gate, skimming low over the dome. It's the Hunter. She arcs up and dives through the gate, engine screaming as Ulf brings her down in a tight spiral. The raven opens its beak, but you can't hear it above the noise. That's my ride, you shout, running to the centre of the rooftop. You watch Ulf bank towards you with the ship's ramp lowered. There's no time to land, and as she flies low overhead, you leap up and grab hold. The tower drops away like a stone as you close your eyes, waiting for your stomach to catch up. Beneath your feet, the scattered light of the city swirl. Then, a sudden jolt almost loosens your grip. It's the ramp starting to close. You need to climb aboard. Oh, here we go. Roll 1 dice and add your strength. So, we need higher than a 7. We're going to go fighting fantasy. Let's go fighting fantasy. So, we need higher than a 7. We've got 5 already. Here we go then. 5, 6, 7. I knew you were going to get that. Head torch, head torch. It's a head torch to the tune of Sex Bomb. Head torch, it's a head torch. Okay, so it is higher than 7. Well, it's 7. That'll do. That'll do. Oh, imagine getting crushed by your own landing ramp. 132. Gritting your teeth, you haul yourself hand over hand up the ramp. It's closing fast, but with the last of your strength, you pull your legs through the gap. There's a hiss as the ramp locks in place, and you lie sprawled on the floor of the hold. Ulf, I'm up. You roll onto your back, panting hard, but the ship swerves sharply and you're thrown to the side. Half crawling, half stumbling, you make your way through to the cockpit. The underside of the dome skims overhead and you see lights of the air gate approaching. You're going too fast, you shout, strapping yourself in. Watch! Oh. Elf jams down the controls, then pulls up hard. She whoops long and loud as the gate flashes past inches from your wing. You're through, climbing through the night sky. Above the clouds you see the stars and the earth dropping away below. Slowly Elf eases back on the power. You feel the gravity control kick in, and she looks across with a casual sigh. What? You mutter, avoiding her gaze. I've never been a good passenger. There we go. I think we shall end it there for tonight's session. We're in one piece. We managed to get back onto the ship safely. And good news, we have that data core. We've also learned all about Murul the Night Eye, or Murul the Fool. Well, we know he doesn't like being called Murul the Fool. We did lose a life point though, life point 8. We gained a strength, so we're on 5. Skill 4, 6th Sense 4, and speed 5. So there we go, not a bad session. Not bad at all. Hopefully you all enjoyed that. Another good... They are very well written, these, aren't they? Very well written. Yeah. Liking it a lot. So there we are. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen, and participating. And if you have missed any of these parts, go over to the Edra Tales YouTube channel, where you can see parts 1 and 2. And you can delve back into previous adventures as well, previous game books, some of which are Jonathan Green's. There we go. So thank you very much, Julian. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Lee. Thank you, Sally. Thank you, Lee Rin. Who else? Have I missed somebody? I think I've missed some other people, haven't I? Thank you, Lord Zods. Thank you, Danu. Or Dwayne. Is it Dwayne? I've been saying it wrong, haven't I? No worries, Lord Zods. I appreciate the watch. Yes, and to you, have a wonderful evening, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. The next live stream is the Edra Scrolls, Ramblings of a Storyteller. This Saturday, 10 AM UK time, Edra Twitch channel. And we'll be talking about creativity, we're talking about fantasy, we're talking about game books, talking about your creative project, talking about my creative projects, talking about board games, talking about films, and we just ramble as well. Going for some crunchy tacos tomorrow. Good night, fellow Edra Haggises. Edra Haggis. Good, enjoy those crunchy tacos. Thank you. No worries, Julian. Hopefully I thanked you. Thank you, Julian. Lovely chat. You bunch of adventurers. See you next time. Exactly. And remember, may your thieving never get caught. Take care. Until the next time. Bye-bye. Lee's put, so see you at the next one. Yeah, the plot thickens. It certainly does. Certainly does.